And if you've been in the personal development kind of spiritual journey for a while, you've probably thought a thought like, oh my gosh, how am I still going through this? How has this problem or issue or thought or feeling come up again? This is exhausting. I am in pain. I do not want this. I thought I already worked through this, etc., etc., etc. Something that's really landed for me recently is Aloha and welcome back to my YouTube channel, which I have kind of neglected, but here we are. So this is a new little segment I am sharing with you, and it's all about question time with me. I'm going to call it Ask A, and I just made up that name right now. So I have popped on my Instagram some questions from my audience. Maybe one of them was from you, and I am answering them on my YouTube. And this just gives me a chance to kind of share real and raw and honestly and in longer form. I have not pre-organized any of my answers, so it's just genuinely what comes up when I feel into them and what I want to share with you. So a huge thank you for coming on this fun little journey with me, and I hope this is one of many videos to come. Let's jump in. Okay, so the first question I got was, should I create content to my current audience or people I want to attract? Great question. I really loved this question. And you might notice that sometimes you create content from a place of shoulds. I definitely recommend you create content for the people you want to attract. Fun little story is when I changed content from my Instagram content from being more energy based to moving to a business account, overnight I lost 40 followers. Originally this kind of sucked a little bit and it kind of hurt, but then I was actually so wrapped and so happy and so excited, because this meant I was going to be targeting more of the people who actually cared about what I'm doing. Fun fact is as well about Instagram is that you want most of your audience engaged, because the algorithm's actually working off your following and what % of them engage with you. So you actually want people who aren't going to engage with you to unfollow you. This is actually a good thing. The other point I wanted to make on this is eliminating shoulds in your life. There is no shoulds in business. If there is shoulds, I want you to take them away right now and focus on the things you desire. So by creating content for people that you want to attract, your content will be more you'll be having more fun, you'll be attracting your ideal client. So this is just way better all around. So I hope that helps, and if this is you as well, I would definitely try that out. And that if this is not you, still remember and check in if you're operating from that place of shoulds. The next question was really interesting. The question was, do you see me getting that huge contract that will change my life? And I loved this question because it really reminded me of the importance of attraction and the importance of attraction in your life, in your business, and all of that. And I want to remind you all of the power of visualization. If you don't believe you can, if you can't feel it, see it, picture it already happening as if it already is, it won't happen. The house we're living in right now, before we got it, I literally pictured myself walking through the hallways, how I was going to feel, how I was going to dress, what it was going to be like. And a few days later we actually got the house, but I made sure to do it every night, especially before you fall asleep. So that few minutes, 5 or 10 minutes before we fall asleep, is somewhere where we can really code our brain. So I want you to think about the fact that all night you are marinating in the thoughts you have 5 to 10 minutes before you fall asleep. So I don't know about you, but I would want to be marinating in thoughts of what I desire. So in this case of this question, it's getting that contract or that thing, but whatever that is in your case, really visualizing, marinating in that. And I know it can be basic stuff, but really feeling that in your cells and sinking in. Okay, the next question is really funny. It's actually from my brother. He said, how do I solve all my problems at once? So I think he was half kidding, but nonetheless, I did want to touch on it because I actually thought it was a pretty funny question. It's something I've actually pondered on, and if you've been in the personal development kind of spiritual journey for a while, you've probably thought like, oh my gosh, how am I still going through this? How has this problem or issue or thought or feeling come up again? This is exhausting, I am in pain, I do not want this, I thought I already worked through this, etc, etc, etc. Something that's really landed for me recently is to fall in love with the process and to fall back in love with the process. And when I remembered that life is, cliche as it is, not the destination, but the process of becoming and unbecoming, I could fall in love with it a little bit more. So this meant, instead of solving all my problems at once, I fell in love with the problems, which in turn kind of solved them as well, which is kind of interesting. So anyway, I thought that was still a super valuable and important thing to remind you all of, and something that really kind of rang true to me recently. Falling in love with the process recently has totally changed the game for me, and I hope it can for you too. The last question I'm going to share for today, there was quite a few, but I wanted to keep it to a fewer video. Sometimes I'll do longer answers, sometimes shorter answers, but let's give this a go. How do you know when to jump into something for your business? Great question. I want you to think right now of, is there something in your life, in your business that you feel fear around jumping into, you don't feel ready, but intuitively it feels like yours? Note what that is, feel what that is, see what that is. I know you're just seeing it right now, and jump in before you're ready. We are never truly ready for anything. Things don't always make sense. And I know this particular lovely lady is jumping in before she's ready, like the boss that she is. So I really feel like that is so important and so powerful to do. So I guess you know when to jump in because it came to you. Like an idea, a thing, a thought, a feeling, an action to take doesn't come to us by accident. If it's intuitive and it feels and you like see it and feel it in your being, there's a reason for it, even if it doesn't make logical sense yet. And that's the power of intuition, right? It's soft, it defies logic, but it's always guiding you. And that is the power of just acting on things and doing the things. So I guess you never really know if you're ready for something, and you don't really know when you're ready for something, and that's the beauty of it. So jump in before you're ready and see what happens. And I'm a big fan of like tweaking and changing as I go and failing forward instead of trying to have it all organized and then being like, well, it has to be meticulous and perfect, otherwise I can't start. Failing forward means that I'm learning on the job, and it's way more fun that way, and I also find that I get way more value out of it. So yeah, I don't know. I hope this was fun and useful for you. Let me know your biggest takeaway below in the comments, or if you have any comments or questions, or you want me to elaborate on anything, be sure to chuck it in the comments. Yeah, like and subscribe and stuff like that, and there will be more of these, and I'm excited to share it with you. Feel free to pop more questions below too, and I'll get to them eventually. I am so excited for you to hear and know more about me and what I do and what I can share with you, and I hope this has been of service. I love you. I hope you enjoyed that video. If you would love to see more, click the link below and check out my free masterclass on how to go from 0 to 5K per month in your online coaching business using my unique method of combining both spirituality with business strategies. See you in there. Like and subscribe and stuff like that. Otherwise,